Hi, this is Amber Laura with Litly Bear, and today I want to talk about world building in fiction. When it comes to writing fiction, world building is basically the same concept as being an interior designer or a set, or a set designer for a movie set. World building is what your reader sees when they're reading the story that you've written. The thing with world building and what makes it special isn't just the fact that you have props, littered throughout your writing, is the fact that when you're in real life, when you walk into somebody's home and you walk into their living room, there's so much of their personality is infused in the decorations that they've put up, in the way they've arranged their furniture, in how clean it is, and so on and so on. And so you get a sense for who somebody is just on the aesthetics that they surround themselves around. But the other reason that world building is so good in writing is it really helps your reader immerse themselves in the story. It brings them to another world that feels real, a three-dimensional living and breathing place that they are in. And the reason that this is important isn't just because it captures their attention and it keeps them engaged, but it really makes an individual out of your character. It makes a unique situation out of your plot. It's not just character X who gets into, A, B, and C situations. It's about your character, Catherine, who finds herself in a rut, and she is so driven to change or to find what is causing this conflict in her life, and all of a sudden it's so much more personal and so much more meaningful, and really and truly, as much as that might seem silly, a lot of that comes down to the basic concept of creating a world. Those little tiny details, they're so important in creating an overall experience. So to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about, I did that for a story that I'm going to sit down and write very quickly, and I just created her apartment, and I wanted to do it like this. Again, I actually make a map so that I'm staying consistent, so that in one chapter the couch isn't on the east-facing wall, and in the next the couch is actually a love seat, and then in the next it's two recliners. So you do it for a little consistency. You also do it because knowing where everything is helps make a realistic view in your mind of how are they moving, what are they touching, what obstacles are in their way. And again, you can kind of throw in a couple of small details here and there. You don't have to throw in everything. You don't have to explain bullet by bullet point what is in their house. You're not an architect. But it's just like anything. You don't have to say how much you know. If you know a lot, it comes through in the way that you say it. So you don't have to throw in every single thing that you write about, but knowing even more, it does shine through. And so I'll kind of walk you through what I have done here. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in really close to a really rough, really messy outline of a character's house. And we'll call the character's name as Kat. This is sort of a blueprint of her apartment. And again, just to reiterate, everything that I'm going to tell you that I have kind of mapped out to be in her home, I'm not going to tell the character or the readers every single thing about her house. But again, the more that I, as the creator, know about Kat, the more that I surround myself with who she is, the more natural it will come across to the reader, the more intimate, the more that her personality will really become real, not just for me, but that's something that then I'll be able to write down in a way that readers really believe. So again, I'm maybe not going to tell people everything that I have in here, but I want to know as much as I can. So we'll start in the outside. This is the exterior hallway to her apartment. So, down the hallway, there's going to be other doors to other neighbors. Here is her door right here, and I've decided that she is apartment 7B. And, maybe that's written with a gold nameplate, and maybe that the door itself is brown, and maybe it's kind of scratched up and a little rough and worn. And then really quickly, here's a quick snapshot of her apartment. Just one little hallway right here that sort of makes an upside down L, backward L. So we've got her bedroom on the right. This is a little walk-in closet. We've got a bathroom here that's got two entrances on two of the four walls. Here's the living room. Across the hallway is the kitchen. So pretty basic, but I do definitely want to know how she gets from her bedroom to her living room. But also, you'll notice there are some details that I have kind of scattered throughout. Like in the kitchen, this is a braided oval rug. That will be in her kitchen. I've also decided where I want the stove and where I want the sink. Again, that's going to be important so that the economy of motion for my character translates correctly. Then across the hallway again, we're at the living room. So here's the couch. Here's her TV up against these two walls. Again, little details that I've kind of just scattered about. I put vanity lights over the mirror in her bathroom. I've got, this will be an old-fashioned lamp in her bedroom that's maybe got more of a Victorian era look to it. So not too much, but just enough so that I can kind of get an idea of who she is. I'm seeing a little bit of her personality come through. The exterior of the building I put right here is maybe like a red brick. And then right here I just made a little compass so that I know, you know, how am I looking at the building right now and on what wall is everything located. Okay, so that was just a really quick example of world building in fiction. It's just, this right here is just a little blip of all that's involved, but I wanted to create an isolated incident, you know, just using one setting to show you all of the detail and the depth involved in doing it right. Because when you can bring your reader into your character's world, that's when so much of the magic happens. I hope you found this helpful. I'm thinking of doing a second additional segment to this and show you how to convert the map into the written format from the beginning step to the final step, what that looks like. This was Amber Laura with Litly Bear. Until next time.